but we always keep like the plane is of course the thing that you have feelings and emotions towards to, but it's also going to be think that and this happens more and more. The people will buy an airplane from us, then the new engine comes out, and in 2 years they will sell their own old one, and they will purchase a new one. And so we're guiding the people in a way where the plane still keeps the value. So to not do anything like extremely like not risk sell it, but for the future.
Right.
So we work mostly with Garmin avionics. The Garmin suite is the easiest for it. There's it's something like for example, Apple devices, they communicate between each other very good. You know, your iPad communicates with your iPhone and with your MacBook and everything. So this is what Garmin offers. It's a whole like whole environment of this.
Right.
So we use autopilots from Garmin. Every VL3 has an autopilot. This is kind of a safety feature also.
Right.
So every new plane will have an autopilot, and you want to fly with the autopilot. So how you can have that's the good thing about our planes. You can fly with the VL3 and you can have all the fun and everything. It's very responsive. You'll see that tomorrow. It's fun to fly. But then if you're flying to longer distance, you climb out of the airport, you're 1,500 feet, engage the autopilot, and basically, I don't know, we flew from near Brussels to La Baule, which is southwest of France. And I engaged the autopilot at 1,500 feet after the takeoff under TMA of Brussels, and I didn't touch the controls until I was doing downwind approach in the south of France. You just control the autopilot. The another thing, it's like I sometimes speak too much about like from aviation point of view. I will try to be a little bit easy on this. So when you fly the aircraft anywhere, you fly via waypoints. It's like something you can compare it if you're driving with your Google Maps. So you see streets. So there's something like this in aviation. So there's points, and you fly from point to point to point. And you have like aviation maps, like you have a Google Maps for your car, which will give you navigation. You have aviation maps. You have applications for this. It's a Sky Demon. There's ForeFlight and stuff like that. You will select your route before you fly, where you want to fly, and then via Bluetooth, you push it to the plane. Yeah, and then when you engage autopilot and select the nav mode, the plane will automatically turn on the points for you, so you don't have to literally do everything. You just listen to your radio and monitor the aircraft.
Amazing.
So,
are all the panels fully customizable, or with this do you guys offer like a standardization?
oh yes, there's a standard. So VL3 is I would say like a luxurious product, and we don't want to deliver VL3s with just analog instruments. This doesn't make sense. It would be it's not even you're cruising so fast that you need a certain like overlook of the situation. You need to see at least your artificial horizon and stuff like that. So you always, if you for example look on this panel, so this side, which is the G3X. There's a avionics switch, master switch, and stuff like that. This is always there, and your gear, of course. This is always there. This is an option. If you don't want this, people will put a mount for their tablet there, and they just have a tablet. There's a certain set of lights. If your country requires more lights or something, or you want to fly during the night, you want to fly IFR. We also do it. And basically, if you go for the basic configuration, you will get the G3X on the left side. This is very close to the basic configuration. There's only option here is extra the manual flaps. We can do this is electric, and we can do manual. But otherwise, you'll get analog instruments. This is safety. But you also see your speed and everything in a G3X. But if you would lose your G3X, you still have analog. You have compass, and this is your transponder, and this is your radio. So you always have always have something. Yeah, you have nice equipment already in a base price. Yeah. Also, like the feature that every plane produced by JMB Aircraft, that's the Phoenix, SV4, VL3s, or the Evo, you always have a parachute. We're always about the safety. So there's a ton of features on the airplane. There's like passive features that prevent you from doing something stupid, to the active features like angle of attack. It gives you warning if you're flying in much steep angle or something. And there's like even there's details on the aircraft that will prevent you from, for example, stalling the aircraft, because the all that JMB is about is, of course, and this is a little bit of cliche, but it's a safety. But in aviation, this is even like more added value to this, because basically, if you have one single crash, it brings a bad reputation to the brand. Like people will be scared. Yeah. So So that's why we, for example, have, when you purchase an aircraft, you will fly to Belgium, to Amougis, to our flight school, and we have a full-scale simulator. We cut the fuselage, we have 180 degree simulator, and we will teach you when to pull parachute, when to not pull the parachute, which are the situation, how to do the emergency, and basically we'll just learn the people that even in critical situation, this is the price of the aircraft, and this is the price of my life.
Exactly.
Not like this.
Yes.
So that's what we are trying to figure out.
Is it compulsory to do the training? Like, let's say that I'm a really experienced GA pilot and I want to get one of these. Like, can I just like not get it? Can I just get it outside the factory and like just fly it?
Like you might be, if you're really experienced on light airplanes, you should be able to. But we would never give you the keys. So
Okay.
you will
It's
fly.
company policy.
It's company policy. You need to do a simulator training, and you need to do the at least like 5 hours with our company pilot. And 5 hours you can do it, but basically the people fly between 8 to 15 to get really comfortable. So the airplane it's easy to fly. It's not hard. But you fly we get a lot of like ultralight pilots, and this is not an ultralight. You're like the biggest problem for me when I started to fly the VL3 was to slow down above the airport. Yeah. So even if you go full throttle idle, it just continues to fly. It just doesn't want to slow down for your gear extension and everything.
Yeah.
So we teach people that all in the plane happens fast. So you're like, if you speak about kilometers, let's say for the viewers, if they can experience it a little bit better, you're approaching the airport and you're still doing 240, 250 kilometers. And then in about 15 seconds, you need to slow down to 150 kilometers, which is a limit for the gear extension. And then the gear will extend, and then you go 141 kilometers, and then you do your flaps and everything. And then you need to follow the speeds. So this is for, let's say, older guys. You need a couple hours to practice
Exactly.
this. So you're good. If you're young and if you have like 40, 50 hours and you will immediately jump on a VL3, it will feel natural for you. So it will feel like, okay, you can do this, because there's a lot of things. You have basically, if you look up the videos of a VL3 pilots, bye-bye. If you look at the videos of VL3 pilots online, you will see them doing checklists. This is something that you don't see in LSA industry. We have checklists. I fly with a kneeboard, and before we jump in a plane, you'll see that tomorrow I go through full checklist. So in a lot of LSA planes, which are not complicated, fixed gear, easy rotax, chuck, flaps maybe, and then we go in. Even if you don't put the flaps, you will just climb somehow out. But with the VL3, you really follow the rules.